Hi, it's Michelle again. As I stand out here and absorb all the sun, I get inspired, and I hope that you do too. I was teaching this year in Columbus, and I had a charter school job, and the charter school actually went out of business, and they dissolved. Charter schools are based on sponsorships. Many of you may know that, and if it's not sponsored, then the school goes out. So I'm actually laid off for the fall, and of course applied for unemployment because I'm not sure how teaching is going to go this fall. I'm not sure how that world's going to work exactly, and I don't know that anyone else knows the answer to that either. But with so many things uncertain right now, many people are out of work, and I have a lot of hats I wear, so I have a lot of different things that I do for a living, in other words. So besides teaching, there are other ways that I can make money. I do have a degree in business as well. I do healing. I also write. So there's a lot of venues that I have, and I'm thankful for that. It's taken a long time to develop a lot of those skills, and I feel very fortunate. And I have worked hard to build those skills. But with things so uncertain right now, it would be easy to just stop and say, you know, I don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm out of work. I'm just going to sit around in a corner somewhere and pull my knees up into my chest and hold tight and not do anything. And that's not what I'm getting today. I feel like we need to be moving. Sometimes we have to stand still, and there is a time to stand and just stand, be still, listen. There's a time for that. But right now, everywhere I'm looking, there's movement. Behind me, there's a patrol, a lifeguard beach patrol on duty. There's planes, helicopters. I've literally seen 3 planes and 2 helicopters just in 15 minutes since I've been out here. And I'm at Myrtle Beach. I'm in the south side. It's really low key here. I think it's actually called Surfside. With a few family members who needed to get away, and I'm very thankful to be here with some people to share this with. We've had a wonderful time, but my message is moving, and I've already done a video today on this, but don't sit around in a corner and feel depressed and like you're the only one, because I have had a teaching career for over 20 years and I'm unemployed. And I have a house payment. I'm not going to let that stop me. I am not going to give in to fear and sit around and worry about what am I going to do for a job and where's it going to come from. And I do have a B&B at my house, and I B&B a room, and that does help with the mortgage. So be creative. B&Bs are really, they can work very well for you if you're open to someone coming in your house. Some B&Bs are for people who just want to B&B their whole apartment or their whole house, or even tree houses right now. You can B&B a tree house, which I think could be really cool, or a cabin, or a tent. They call these glamorous tents now, I guess, glamping. So I've not glamped. I have not glamped before, but I'm going to pan around here so that you guys can see. This portion of the beach is really very lightly populated, but B&Bing your house is a creative way to make money. I just B&B a room. Like when I'm gone, like right now, whoever's at my house, which I have someone there for the next 3 days, they just have access to the parts that I want them to. So I put locks on my bedroom door, put lock on the basement and on certain cabinets in the kitchen, and my office, which is where I write and I do my holistic healing practice. So those rooms are the only ones they don't have access to. There's an extra refrigerator for them. They can cook. So and when I'm there, most of the time people that stay with me are people who are there for business. The gentleman who's there now, he works for AEP. He's gone through the day. He comes in the evening, gets a meal, a shower, and basically it's long hours of work for most of the people that stay with me. I don't have Wi-Fi or a TV, so it's not somewhere you come and just hang out all day. But some of you may have that type of setup, and you may want to consider Airbnb if you think that that you need the income from that and that could help you. I did want to share that because I've had a lot of people ask me since I opened my B&B how it works and what the price is. and what the cost is actually on my part. And it's actually not very much at all. It's just relatively free. So to set it up, it's free, and you have insurance through them, but you do also need to add onto your homeowner's insurance, which for me I think was $20 a year. wasn't anything. It's maybe $3 or $4 depending how long the stay is that they take out of your cut. You can set your prices, so get on there, look around. There's a nice app. You add your pictures, and again, just a nice income flow. It's cheaper for people. It helps a lot of people out who would prefer not to pay the $150 for a hotel room. Even in the small town of Portsmouth, which is where I live, the hotels there, like the Holiday Inn, is over $100 a night. I think it's 120 some. So my place is usually about 55. It goes varying on what the going rate is. You can adjust it that way. So it does help everyone out, including yourself. I've always liked to stay at B&Bs, and I think they're cool, especially when you get a nice clean one. That helps. Check for the bed bugs and all that good stuff. If you want a nice cool place to go in West Virginia, I've got to tell you, go to up near Moundsville, not just to the penitentiary. But here goes another plane. See, I'm telling you the truth here. It's called the Palace of Gold, and it's really cool. It's there in Moundsville, and if you want a cool place to go, you don't even have to stay all night if you don't feel comfortable doing that right now. It's a really interesting culture. You get a cultural shock. It's amazing that this is in Fayette County, West Virginia, because it's been on CNN. Look it up. It's called the Palace of Gold, and it is a place that you can visit. It's not just a palace, it's an experience. So there's a nice pond there. They were doing monthly activities at the beginning of each month, and you can go and they sing Hare Krishna, and you get immersed in the culture. They have cows on the farm. They have peacocks running around everywhere, and just like I said, really cool. You can sing Hare Krishna with them and dance yourself into a frenzy. So goodbye from Myrtle Beach.